time is now 2:03 p.m. We're going to convene, and at this point, I'm going to ask Miss Amy Haynes. I'm going to give you a copy of the roster. I think you can have it with you. If not, I'll hand it to you, and you can do a roll call. And then we're going to include the names of the persons that are now in attendance, and we'll ask them to state their names.
Okay, I have Claudia Lopez, Esmeralda Mesa, Sarah Howard, Liberty Valdez, Melina Gonzalez Fernandez, Sandra Mendez, Melissa Padilla Limon,
Here.
Nidia Fernandez Grondaras, and Thomas Stone.
Here.
Here comes Claudia Lopez.
Okay, there's Claudia.
Right, for the record.
For the record, Ms. Claudia Lopez just came in. Alright, that's all that's on the list, and then if you want to give me.
Okay, so if we can just want to go down the line, if your name has not been called, just to introduce yourself, committee.
Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Aida Garcia and I'm the Chief Human Resource Officer.
I'm Alda Suniga and I'm the Darrow Cares Program Coordinator.
I'm Claudia Juarez and I'm the lead teacher for the district. Lead teacher.
I'm Laura Gonzalez and I'm the Teacher Associate.
Brenda Iglesias, Assistant General Manager for SFE.
Houston Lindsay, District Chef, SFE.
Okay, well done. All right, and then also for the record, Ms. Nidia Fernandez Monteves is now, has a different role, and so now Ms. Claudia Dobbins is now the lead PE person, and she will now be part of the committee, okay, that will take over the PE portion, PE and health portion of the school advisory council. I'd also like to welcome, yes, Ms. Melina
My kids.
and Ms. Claudia. Thank you very much for coming. They are our parents who were nominated since 2020 and have continued with us. So I want to thank them for their continued membership and their service to the School Health Advisory Council. I also want to let you know that our president has since resigned, and because she had to move, she relocated. So she and her children are no longer in her school district. They have moved to a different town. So we will now are in a position to we're going to need a president. We will discuss that at our next meeting, but the purpose of today's meeting is we're going to stick to our agenda. As you see your agenda right in front of you, we're going to begin with the review of the 2022 Wellness Plan Evaluation Survey. And I'm going to open up the actual survey results. results. So last school year, was the year that we needed to conduct our 3-year survey to our parents, on the wellness policy. So just to kind of give everyone a little bit of a background very briefly, we're required to come as a school district to put together a wellness plan. And we completed the wellness plan, and at the end of the 3rd year, we conduct an evaluation and we send out a survey to our families. So we did have 1,078 respondents, so that was a very good turnout of responses, and so we sent out a survey, and on this survey, I'll just kind of scroll down very briefly so that you guys can see the questions and then the results. So the first goal of the survey was a goal for nutrition promotion, and so objective 1 of the goal was my child's campus displays various educational healthy nutrition flyers in cafeterias and in appropriate settings campus-wide. And so here we see the respondents. We see that 240 individuals say that it exceeded the expectations of the goals. 655, which is 61%, said we actually met the goal, so the requirement, which is very good. And 195, which was 18%, said that we still needed some improvement. Okay, so there's always room for improvement, and we did have some individuals say that we needed to improve in that particular area. But overall, we did meet that goal. Objective 2 was my child's campus school district promotes healthy nutrition through the website and social media each semester. And so here we had 220 individuals agree that actually we exceeded that goal. 608, which is 56.7%, agreed that we met that goal. And 270, which is 25.2%, said that we needed to improve on this particular goal. For goal number 2, the first objective is the district campus promotes and shares the SFE's NutriSlice app. And again, we still have the 1,065 respondents. 53%, a little over half, said that we met the goal. 16%, almost 17% said we exceeded the goal, but 29.7%, almost 30%, said that we needed to improve that. And some of the and I will send you an Excel sheet with the actual responses, what they were, but some of those responses said that they didn't know where to find it, or they had not seen it, or they had just first learned about it, but it was great that we had it. So those are the types of responses that we received. The second objective, the district campus promotes the SFE's NutriSlice app during community events. So it's not just on the website, but are we promoting it in our community events? And so here, again, this is pretty much the same results. 51.5% said that they received that information. 15.7% said that we exceeded that information, and 32.8% stated that we needed to improve on that. The next goal for the nutrition promotion, the district campus encourages students to make healthier food choices by increasing their fruit and vegetable intake. And so here we had 56.8% telling us that we met that goal. 25% said that we exceeded that goal. And then 18.1% said that we needed improvement. Overall, we do have we have met that goal. Objective number 2 is the district campus expands students' experiences and knowledge by introducing them to a variety of new fruits and vegetables. And so here we had 53.6% of the parents respond that we met the goal. 21.9% said that we exceeded the goal, and then 24.6% stated that we needed to improve on that goal. Okay, the second goal, which is goal number 2, for objective 1, the district integrates nutrition education into the CTE Culinary Arts Program and campus health education programs. So 58.6% stated that we met the goal, 23.9% stated that we exceeded the goal, and then 17.5% stated that we needed to improve upon the goal. Objective number 2, the district campus implements a 20-minute weekly lesson on nutrition education to K through 7th grades. And so again, this is, the lesson would go by health, and so 50% stated that we, the parents said that we met the goal, 33% stated that we needed to improve upon the goal, and then 16% stated that we exceeded that goal. Goal number 3, and actually this ends the piece where we talk about the school nutrition. I'm going to pause for any questions or comments.
On the survey, did we say what campus the child was in?
Yes. So on the survey, it breaks it down by campus.
Okay.
It does, and so that would be in an Excel sheet, which we would hand to everyone. And the next step is that we're going to take that Excel sheet, because since we've already completed our wellness plan, our 3rd year of the plan, we now need to create a new plan. So based on the results and based on the responses, we now need to work on that and then have a discussion in our future meeting over what are some of the things that we can do based on your SHAC committee. What is it that you recommend that we need to improve upon? And then we can then create our new wellness plan from there.
That they can see like the ones that have need improvement.
Right.
What?
It may be
What's
certain,
the
and you may
worst?
see that there are certain campuses that maybe reflect that. So you will get to see that. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right, so now this is the goal. This has to pertain to PE and health. So objective 1, the district provides elementary and middle school PE staff with training specific to the development and implementation of a nutrition education curriculum for K through 7th grade as part of their health class. And so 57.6% said yes, we met it, and 22.8% said that we needed to improve upon it, and then 19.6% stated that we exceeded that goal. We continue with the physical activity. Objective number 1, the district campus ensures that all students in pre-K through 5th grade are engaged in moderate or vigorous physical activity for at least 30 minutes a day, per day, or 135 minutes per week. And 64.5% stated that we met that requirement. 24.7% stated that we exceeded the requirement, and 10.8% stated that we needed to improve on this requirement. In objective number 2, the district campus ensures that all students in 6th through 8th grade, and this is a middle school requirement, they are engaged in moderate or vigorous physical activities such as PE, athletics, band, cheerleading, dance, or the junior ROTC for at least 225 minutes within each 2-week period for at least 4 semesters. And remember, we're following the state requirement. So the response here, we had 66.7% of the respondents stated that we met that requirement. 24.6% stated that we exceeded the requirement, and 8.7% stated that we needed to improve. For goal number 2, objective number 1, the district encourages and promotes students to participate in appropriate before and or after school physical activity programs offered by the schools and community. Here, 60.3% stated that we met that goal, 24.6% we exceeded the goal, and then 15% stated that we needed to improve on that goal. Goal number 3, objective 1, the district coordinates and promotes quarterly training and other events for employees to promote health and wellness. Here we have 62.1% responded that we met the goal. 18.4% responded that we exceeded the goal, and then 19.6% responded that we needed improvement on this goal. Objective number 2, the district coordinates and promotes the annual Love Your Teacher 5K event to promote enjoyable lifelong physical activity for district employees and students. 62% stated that we met that goal, 25% stated that we exceeded the goal, 25.1, excuse me, and 12.9% stated that we needed to improve upon this goal. And that completes the physical activity requirement. Are there any questions with regard to PE health? Okay. The goals for other school-based activity, at the time, the SHAC committee included these goals. Goals number 1, the district provides digital citizenship and cyber safety awareness training for students and their families to practice social and professional etiquette relating to electronic devices in schools. 60.2% stated that we met the goal, 17.6% stated we exceeded the goal, and 22.2% stated that we needed to improve upon that goal. Objective number 2, the district provides annual educational training for students and parents on bullying and the use of the school district's anonymous reporting app. 57.7% stated that we met the goal, 18.7% stated that we exceeded that goal, and then 23.7% said we needed to improve upon that goal. Objective number 3, the district provides annual educational training for staff and parents on the district's suicide awareness and prevention policy. 58% stated that we met that requirement. 18.9% stated that we exceeded that requirement. But 23.2% stated that we needed to improve on this requirement. And you'll see here, and this goes back to the questions that Mrs. Garcia mentioned, you know, what elementary school do you represent? And of course, these that were listed, and you'll see that the majority of that responded was here at Irene Cardwell Elementary. We did have, you'll see that each one, as we hover over, Bobby Barrera had 2%. Ruben Chavita had 86 respondents, 8.3%. Lamar had 74 respondents, 7.1%. Garfield had 91 respondents, 8.8%. Excuse me. Dr. Fermin Calderon Elementary had 57 individuals, 5.5%. North Heights had 103 respondents at 9.9%. Dr. Lonnie Green had 137 at 13.2%. Buena Vista had 114 at 11%. And, whoops, that one was Irene Cardwell, and this one did not indicate. 304 did not indicate their campus. So we did have several that just could have been any one of the elementary campuses. Or they could have represented a secondary campus if it didn't apply to them. So here we have Del Rio High School. They had 418 respondents, which was 40.9%. It's a very large percentage. Blended Academy had 13 respondents. Freshmen had 44 respondents. Middle school, Del Rio Middle School had 172 respondents. San Felipe had 105. And then of these, we still had the 246. And I think what happens is that they're either going to be an elementary or a secondary, and that's what you see the difference, that NA means that they don't belong at a secondary campus. As I mentioned to you earlier, these were the comments. Many of them did say that there was more training that's needed for mental health. The food that our children they're able to choose from, they believe it's not nutritious or appetizing. They would like to know the food should get better concerning the meals. Students are not offered a complete plate. And so they're just always room for improvement. So I'm not going to read every single one of them, but it just gives us at least a summary of what their responses are. And as I mentioned earlier, I will print these out on an Excel sheet, and then we will continue to follow up with you as we develop our new plan. Okay. Any questions on the survey? Do you feel that the survey met the requirement of what we intended to do as a SHAC? Send out a survey to ask questions. Okay. All right, so I'm going to minimize the screen. And at this time, we're going to have a presentation by the school nutrition program. Thomas Stone, Mr. Stone, is going to be turning in, providing us with a presentation, right?
You'll need this.
And I
Get here fast enough.
I was like, I dropped for a second. I can go to my office real quick.
okay, so I have two, which one of, there are two emails, I wasn't sure.
I give it, it's on a flash.
Oh,
You
it's
said
on
USB.
Okay, I'm going to take this away. And I'll let you read the presentation. It's happening, it's happening.
It's a big one. I got pictures in here. It's probably why. Alright, so looking back at last year, I mean, thinking 12 months ago from now, we were in a much different position, right? I mean, COVID was still really heavy on our minds. At the beginning of the school year, I remember thinking, how many kids are going to be coming back? Is there going to be virtual extended? And so I had to backtrack a year, and to kind of present this to you, I had to think about this. So I just want to kind of review last year, if you will. By the numbers, so we prepared 15 tons of beef for the students last year. We used 15,000 eggs. We cooked 110,000 pounds of chicken. We served 500,000 pounds of fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, not canned, so only fresh. And this was almost 2 million meals we served last year. And this is the food service department here. They work really hard. Actually, we have a nutrition and a dietetic intern right now, and she's at the high school, and she didn't realize how hard those ladies work. She's working alongside them right now. She thought we only did like 1 or 2 entrees. No, we're doing 9. So the kids have 9 different choices in high school level. So I remember I had, I think maybe 2, you know. So we worked really hard to provide as many options that are healthy as possible to the kids. This is a slide that I presented to the board at the end of the last year. And kind of a reminder of backtracking of the shortages, the labor shortages across, the food shortages, the supply chain disruptions. I mean, they're still happening now, but they're twice as bad all through the year last year. And so we were struggling with that, but even through all of that, we managed to do programs. And that's what the fun stuff is. We love doing these things. So we did farmers markets. This is a farmers market at Lamar and looks like Chavita too. And so we got Caracara oranges, kumquats, pluots, honeycrisp apples, dragon fruit, and the kids taste it, and they actually see it, they taste and touch it, and they get excited about it. And so one of the things we actually had to do, normally for farmers markets, we kind of have them come up to the same area and have a table display. Well, this is a breakfast cart we use, and actually during lunch we had the kids stay because again COVID. We wheeled this cart through the cafeteria and handed out samples to them. And so you can see this little girl is actually trying to get a gooseberry. I don't know if I've ever had a gooseberry before, but it looks like what am I thinking of? A tomatillo, but it's sweet. So Bear was freaked out by it. It's an orange tomatillo. I was like, no, it's a sweet berry. But this is things we like to do, and this helps introduce the kids to fruits and vegetables. We were at the health fair last summer, just like we were at the health fair this summer. Last summer we did smoothies. This year we did smoothies too. It's the easiest thing for people to come and grab, pick up a cup. We explain to them what the child nutrition program is, what we do. You should be very proud of the program you have here because not everyone has a program like this. And it's really great that we can do that. Roving chefs, this is where the kids get hands-on. So the kids get hands-on experience cooking and preparing food. We have a lot of fun with it. Here we're building pancakes with fresh fruit on there and trying different fruits on there. Here we're making your own pizza, and the fun thing about the pizza is, so the kids are like, I just want cheese, and so they get a whole plate of vegetables and the cheese and sauce. Well, it's kind of boring just to put cheese and sauce in your pizza, so next thing you know, they're trying to put a little more and more, and before you know it, it looks like that. It's covered in spinach and bell peppers and things, and so we cook it off and let them eat it. That's actually the setup in the beginning when we do it, and we need to get more of these hats used if we can from Cisco. But we give them hats and coats and dress them up, and we give them a tour in the back. These are last year's. We've actually done one already. Chef Houston did one at Buena Vista already, and that was a pretty, Lonnie Green. And that was a pretty big hit. And we continue to do these things throughout the year. And they get certificates too. So you get certificates that has their name on it, has a recipe card. Again, just teaching the kids hands-on about healthy eating. We did banana splits for breakfast at Cardwell. And what it is, it's actually low-fat yogurt, low-fat sugar-free yogurt, fresh blueberries, strawberries, it's a banana, some graham crackers, and some sugar-free whipped cream on top. And so it looks like an ice cream sundae, and so the kids get really excited. I remember the first year we did this, parents were getting kind of angry at us because they thought we were giving them ice cream for breakfast. I'm like, no. It's low-fat and sugar-free, but it looks like a banana split, so the kids get really excited about it. Yeah, that's what it looks like up there. So, the employee health fair, that was, I think, last November or October. We were at the health fair, actually it was over here at Garfield. This was for the employees of the school district. Again, Chef David was here, he was doing a demonstration on the tomato and goat cheese pasta. He was cooking it right there, giving out recipes. Brenda was there too. This year, this is actually the roving chef at Lonnie Green that I was talking about. And this kind of explains the program. So it's a program where we bring the kids to the camp, we bring the actual program to the campuses, where the kids help prepare something to eat using a recipe of fresh fruits and vegetables. And it really is vital to teaching kids about why vegetables are good for them, and not all vegetables are bad. We try to incorporate something that's really familiar to them, whether it be a pizza, pancakes. The one we're doing next time is going to be a mummy pizza, right, for October for Halloween. And the kids make it themselves, they get excited, they're hands-on with it, and they get to eat it at the end, which is the best part too. And then the chef leads them to the demonstration in the back of the kitchen. They walk in the walk-in, they love it. I mean, they'll be in the walk-in. Farmers markets, this is the farmers market we did 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago at North Heights. So this is the open house at North Heights. And so we were, not me, because I can't take any of the credit for it. They set this beautiful setup up, and so it was an open house at North Heights for the parents, and parents came in with their students, and we served kiwis, rainbow carrots, mini sweet peppers, and plums, and put them in cups, and so the parents could try it alongside with the kids. You know, the kids see the parents trying something new, it's twice as likely to get the kids to try something. And again, these are some things we've done in the past: pillows, blood oranges, raspberries, dragon fruit, Romanesco broccoli, which is kind of a weird looking broccoli. It's like a pale green, but it's got a spiral in it. It's kind of crazy looking. Mini sweet peppers, kiwi, rainbow carrots, and plums. And this is just honestly the last year, 2 years maybe. This is what we've done. Before this is even more. I didn't include everything. This is what we've done so far this year in parent communication. And one of the things that we did do, I think, in my opinion, a really good job on was social media. I think we could have done a better job. And so this year my team and I are really focusing on putting the message out for healthy eating, promoting things that we're doing. So for September 16th, we did pozole, we did tamales, and putting that out. Letting people know, hey, we did a roving chef, and people are putting likes about that. We do flyers for the month, and so Laura prepares some flyers, and we send those out. And then this is the flyer for September as well. So we're working out there now. We're actually trying to, and that's why I'm saying is getting so many emails about us for flyers and putting it on Facebook. Is we're trying to get it out and letting people know, like, hey, these things are happening, and they're happening in your school, maybe even with your student, So this is what's up here is for the rest of the year. So the health fair Ms. Idea was talking about is in October. We have a roving chef scheduled for October at Buena Vista. Thanksgiving, it's a big week for us. We serve a lot of meals that week. For a lot of kids, it's the only time they can get a meal like Thanksgiving dinner, so it's a big deal for us too. Student menu committee, we're looking at creating one in November. We need to do that. Student taste testing, we're looking at doing that for Del Rio High School, early college and freshmen. And so what it is, we actually set up a table and we make some food and have the kids try it out and fill out a card and say, did you like it or didn't like it? What did you did not like? And if they liked it, we can menu that on the menu and say, that way they get real input on what goes on the menu. The nutrition demonstration that Chef's got, we've got one scheduled for Chavita in January. And then federal programs is asking for a parental class as well. So these two last ones right here, they're for parents actually. So these are parents coming in and getting classes about nutrition and getting a demo from Chef, from Laura, about how healthy eating affects them. So, that's it.
Okay, Mr. Stone.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
ma'am.
you may.
How do you select the campus, or how to go to make a demonstration, or do the campus ask for your?
We schedule them out as far as we can in advance, and so we usually contact the principal, and the principal lets us know, and we say, hey, can you pick out a class of kids, and it depends on the principal. Some principals pick it out by, who's got the best attendance for the school, who's got,
Can the campus request you, or you select the campus?
Either way, it works both ways.
Okay.
Yeah, it works both ways. So anytime a campus reaches out to us, we're happy to schedule it. I mean, of course, we're trying to schedule it within time frames, but yeah, of course.
Good question. Any other questions? Okay, so that brings us to the next part of our agenda, and that is the evaluation of the district's wellness policy. So as we struggled over the summer to try to reconvene, obviously COVID was still happening and we had a difficult time. We did transition from doing a virtual meeting to now coming to face-to-face meeting, of course, trying to continue with the protocols. But we are only part of the way. What we wanted to do before we do a full evaluation is have all of the other components do presentations. For example, food service was first. And so we will have, the next piece will be the PE and wellness. So they will come in and do their presentation based on the evaluation policy, the wellness plan, and what they have incorporated up to this point. And then the third piece is the mental health piece. And that's the piece where and working along with Alda Zuniga, she and I will come up with a presentation for you and updating on what we're doing on all of these other areas that address this piece of the wellness policy, okay? So this is why we're not gonna do a complete evaluation up to this point, but we do need to schedule another meeting to follow up with the presentation. So I'd like to, that leads us up to the last portion. The last item on our agenda is the next SHAC meeting. I'd like for us to schedule it well in advance of our next October presentation. So if I can have any recommendations from the tables from parents. Did the time work for you? Having a 2 o'clock time work well with you? I understand, because we want you to be available to pick up your children, and that worked. Okay. So do you is there a particular day of the week that you recommend?
It would be in October would be the next meeting?
Yes, we could have the next meeting in October, correct. because we are in the last week of September.
Maybe the week after the homecoming week, because I know that week a lot of stuff goes on all day long for everybody.
So,
Like maybe like the 17th through the 21st, maybe one of those days.
do you have a recommendation, a date? Do you wanna continue the Wednesday date or Thursday date?
That works.
Thursday works better. We're taste testing smoothies on Wednesday at Delaware Middle.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be there till like 2, so.
So
yeah.
Thursday, like today, Thursday at 2 p.m. works well?
Yes.
Okay,
Is that
so,
what TDA is gonna be here then?
That's the week after.
That's the week after.
Yeah.
so, I'm gonna ask Miss Claudia or Melina if you guys could just go ahead and make a just to make a recommendation, just out loud, if you recommend.
I'm looking that we have the next SHAC meeting on Thursday, October the 20th at the same time, 2 o'clock.
Okay, and that would be Thursday, October 20th at 2 p.m. Then, can I have a motion to accept that from our SHAC members? Okay, Mr. Stahl, Ms. Molina? Everyone, do we agree? Okay. All right, so our next meeting is going to be scheduled on Thursday, October the 20th at 2 p.m. And we have made that motion. Okay. So are there any questions or any other items that the committee needs to bring forward, members? Okay. All right. Well then, the time is 2:40 p.m. and our meeting is adjourned.